Do you know that Donald Trump is now facing global rejection? See, this war is now taking a new turn, and Trump's situation has become such that he is now asking other countries for help. Iran has blocked the Strait of Hormuz and has challenged Trump directly by saying, let him send his ships if he dares. Now, in this situation, Trump is asking other countries for help so that US ships can pass through the Strait of Hormuz. But the big thing here is that no one seems to be standing by Trump. No country is openly supporting him. Just a few days ago, Trump was saying that if the Strait of Hormuz is not opened, Iran will have to face even more attacks than what the US has already done to them. But now the situation seems to be turning upside down. On one hand, the US cannot easily attack Iran because their ships are stuck near the Strait of Hormuz, and on the other hand, no country is openly standing with Trump. So now the big question is, what will Trump do next? And how will he get his ships through from there? Because Iran clearly is not backing down. So in this video, let's find out what appeal Trump has made to other countries for help and why no one is supporting Trump. Hello, I'm Khadija and you're watching Lokmat Times. Before we get into the story, I want to stop for a second and talk to you directly. You watch our videos, you share them, you leave comments that genuinely keep us going. And we see all of it. We really appreciate it. But almost 90% of you still haven't subscribed to this channel, and that needs to change. I know you won't let us down, so go ahead, subscribe now, and then let's get into the story. So first, let's understand the core situation here. Iran's Revolutionary Guard is effectively blocking the strait for US and allied ships in response to the recent US-Israel strikes. At the same time, Iran is still allowing some countries like India to pass after negotiations. Iran's spokesman, Brigadier General Ali Mohammad Naini, even mocked Trump in a message. He said, "Didn't Trump say Iran's navy has been destroyed? If so, let him send his ships into the Persian Gulf if he dares." Meanwhile, several oil tankers have already been hit or targeted, according to maritime monitoring agencies. This is creating pressure not just on the US but on the entire global economy. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important oil routes in the world, and with tankers waiting and the US unable to move freely, the situation has become very tense. And now let's talk about Trump's urgent call for help. Trump is now urging other countries to send their warships to join US ships and protect the Strait of Hormuz. In a post on Truth Social, he directly called out countries like China, France, Japan, South Korea, and the United Kingdom. He said these countries should help keep this crucial waterway open and safe, blaming Iran for creating what he called an artificial constraint. US Energy Secretary Chris Wright also said that Washington is in talks with several countries and hopes they will cooperate. Normally, this narrow strait carries nearly 1/5 of the world's oil export, but since the conflict began on February 28, hundreds of oil tankers have been delayed and oil prices have jumped close to $100 per barrel. But the big surprise here is the reaction from other countries. Instead of supporting Trump's request, many countries are either staying silent or clearly refusing to join any military operation. China's response has also been very cautious. China's embassy spokesperson Liu Pengyu said that all parties should work to keep global energy supplies stable and reduce tensions. He said China will continue communication with different countries to de-escalate the situation. But importantly, China did not mention sending any warships. And there is a reason for that. China is the world's largest buyer of Iranian oil, and Iran is still allowing Chinese shipments to pass through the strait. So from China's perspective, there is no urgent reason to help the US militarily, especially when their own oil supplies are still moving smoothly. The United Kingdom's Prime Minister Keir Starmer discussed the issue with Trump and Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney. But reports say that Britain, along with countries like Japan and Australia, has not agreed to send warships. France has also taken a cautious position. French officials say they might consider an international mission, but only after the fighting slows down. Right now, they have rejected Trump's idea of a quick coalition of willing. Japan and Australia have also refused to participate, saying that sending warships could escalate the conflict even further. Germany has also expressed strong doubts. German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul have questioned whether Germany should become an active part of this conflict. They are already signaling hesitations. And interestingly, India has taken a completely different approach. Instead of joining any military action, India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar managed to get 2 Indian tankers through the strait after direct talks with Tehran. So India is choosing diplomacy and coordination rather than force. And this is why many countries are staying away. As long as Iran continues to allow their oil shipments to pass, they have no reason to risk a direct confrontation. Some reports suggest a coalition could still be announced soon, but so far there is no clear proof of that. In fact, most countries are publicly saying no. So at the moment, Trump's call for support is not getting the response he expected. Oil prices are rising, the global energy market is under pressure, and the US appears increasingly isolated on this issue. The big question now is, what will Trump do next, and how will the US deal with this situation if Iran continues to hold its position in the Strait of Hormuz? Tell us what you think, and thanks for watching Lokmat Times.